Hello and welcome to my October update for my solar project. If you've been following along, I took my off grid system for my garage and I moved it on grid and committed to Ameren, Illinois in the Illinois Shine program. So this is the first month where I've actually broke even, which is awesome. So just to kind of do a little level setting, last month I generated 1100 kilowatt hours, and this month I generated 2400. So right near double what I did last month. So this is the first month where I got a breakdown of both my um, ground array system and my garage system, which used to be off grid. So the breakdown, if you are wanting a little more context, is 12, almost 1300 kilowatts for the main system, which is the ground system that we've been talking about before. So, excuse me. And then only 134 kilowatts for my garage system. And that is by intent. This is the first time I flipped it over. So this is we'll call it phase two system, or my secondary system. Need the phase one system to be 100% up and signed off on before we added the second system. So my total bill was $100, which is, like I said, going the right direction. And of that, $75 was the electrical piece. So if we that down, my delivery cost was a little over $25. My EV credit for charging offsite was 11, and my supply then was 42. That looks about right. So of my, we'll call it net metering piece, 800 kilowatt hours. So that would be, I produced 800 more than I used during the day that offset my usage during the evenings. So ballpark, I'm still looking at about 15 cents a kilowatt hour. So like I mentioned on the last time, I was researching some options to change that. So return on investment. So now I'm going to also break this into two pieces, my ground array and then my garage. So ground array, my cost to date is $28K. I'm going to owe more than that, but part of my installation for A&J Solar is an agreement that I would pay part of their costs when my credit for the Illinois Shine program come in. So for that, we are still waiting on the second phase, the ground part of that to be done. And they are working on that right now. I would say it's approximately halfway done. Once they finish that, they'll finish all the paperwork for the Illinois Shine program. And then we will get my credit for the Illinois side of that. Federal's still waiting on taxes for next year. So looking at my on-grid ground array, assuming my home equity rate, my cost, I saved about $200. So I offset about $20. So this is the first time I'm $20 in the positive. So that's great. On the ground array, my cost to date is about $3K. I barely broke even on that, but realistically, that will see a jump next month when we just got the new panels. So if you're following along on the channel, these were 5-year-old panels, only 250 watts, and I'm upgrading them to some brand new 300-watt ones using a deal that Signature Solar is running. So using my 80-20 rule, what am I looking at for next year? I did sign up for a per hour pricing plan. I'm not sure how that's going to impact me. It may change the way I do EV charging. So today, everything's by schedule. I had looked at switching to overage. So anytime my solar produced more, that I would put that in the car. But the way it's shaken out, if I can get to this per hour price, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to do that because it's so much cheaper to charge in the evening. So as long as I am not running a huge credit of of hours. So that would be like today, I mentioned that I had 800 kilowatt hours that I produced extra, but I used them in the evenings. So as long as I'm using all of the credits in the evenings, there's no sense in me dumping them in the car at this point because I'm offsetting part of my regular bill. But once I have a net positive where I'm producing more energy than I'm consuming, then it makes sense to put it in the car. So more to come on that. And like I think I already mentioned, my second solar system, the garage system, changing off those panels will be something that we will bring up next week. Or sorry, next month. So anyway, thank you for tuning into my solar offset journey. Again, the solar system and moving it on grid. I'm at this point very glad I did it. I still don't know where my break even's going to fall because there's been quite a bit of I don't want to say hidden costs, but the marketing is always better than the actuality, and most of that's in holding costs. So I will continue to be fully transparent in everything that I spend on the system that I put in. I am avoiding some of the stuff I spent on the system before it became on grid, but I don't think that's relative because I spent that and it's a sunk cost, and I'm not using it today. So if you have any questions, please sound off in the comments. Again, I am in Illinois, Ameren, Illinois, and the program I'm on is Illinois Shine. Thanks.